Hey everyone, it's a Monday, so happy Monday to all of you. I'm doing a video on passports, and so here right now you're looking at the main page of the State Department, travel.state.gov, and the reason I'm looking at that is because I'm going to be going to Paris. But I'm traveling with my two sisters and there's a problem. They don't like her birth certificate, so they're telling her she has to find a bunch of documentation to prove that she is who she says she is. So anyway, I decided to make a little bit of an info video. So if you want a passport, first of all, go over here to US passports. If you're not a US citizen, then you wouldn't even be looking at this page. Anyway. Obviously this is only for US citizens. Go over here, how to apply. Now, when you apply, it usually takes about 4 to 6 weeks. That's a standard time. My other sister who's traveling got her passport already, I think 3 weeks ago. It is December. We leave, we're going to be there over New Year's Eve. She applied in October, which means she got it in about a month or so. That's about standard. Anyway, here's all the information. You fill out the form, you send in your birth certificates. They want driver's license if you have that. You got to get a photo taken. Most of you probably already know this. And it's very specific dimensions, honestly. Passport photos. I would recommend just going to Walgreens or any place that offers that service. Just get them to do it for you. You could do it yourself, but if you do it wrong, they're going to send it back to you. And that's bad if you're on a deadline. So after you apply, come over here, track your application. This is if you sent it in. You can go online passport status system. Make sure you click that you're not going to commit computer fraud. So you would type in your information here. You submit, and it will tell you a rather nondescript reply. My sister's, we're leaving in less than 2 weeks, and hers still says processing. She just got some papers on Saturday, today's Monday, saying you have to supply this additional documentation. Keep in mind, we're leaving in less than 2 weeks. And it's a pretty expensive trip because we have airfare and hotel and all that. So here's what happened with hers. They didn't like her her birth certificate, so they sent a letter. So here we're going to go to respond to a letter. And here are the reasons why, a bunch of reasons there. Hers is something's wrong with the birth certificate. So apparently my parents did not get her birth certificate within a year of being born. So this is a note to all of you. I had never even heard of this. The date filed with the registrar's office must be within 1 year of birth. They got hers when she was like, I don't know, 2 or something. They want you to citizenship evidence. They want you to go fill out a birth affidavit form. That's the best thing if you can do that. Let's see, where is that? Birth affidavit form. So my mom has already signed it, and it's notarized, and it's basically saying you are who you say you are and that you were born on the day that you were saying that you were born on. So my mom's got that. And anyway, then there's all this other stuff. Well, my mom did home births, so there's no hospital birth certificate, and there's no early school records. My sister's in her 30s. We don't have early school records. So at this point, you know, a family Bible or any private records of like anything your parents wrote down. Thankfully, my dad wrote down a book of when everybody was born that my mom found. Here's what I'm going to tell you to do if you're in the same situation. Here's what you need to do. First of all, you need to, there is a phone number. Let's see if I click on that. There's an 877, here it is. It's an 877 toll-free phone number for information. Basically, you need to call that number if you have any issues. There's another thing you can do. That link here is called Passport Agencies. Click on that and it's got all the agencies in the US, mainly in large cities. So my sisters are not in a large city, they're in a small town, but they're gonna go to the one that is in their state, which I believe is where her papers are being held anyway. The address on the letter she got matches the office, so we've made an appointment. So here's, I'm gonna show you how to do that. Online passport appointment system. Now, this is only for, see, urgent travel, need a passport quickly. This is only for people if you are traveling within the next 2 weeks. And at this point, we're desperate and we are traveling within the next 2 weeks. And so we've made an appointment. You have to pay a $60 expedite fee. Again, typically, this is not ever going to be an issue for anybody. But if you have questionable documents, or like I don't know, maybe you were born in a foreign country, or like my sister, the birth certificate was not filed within a year, because you don't need a birth certificate typically for a 1-year-old or a newborn. I mean, you don't even need that to make doctor's appointments. So my parents weren't in a hurry and I don't blame them, but anyway, nonetheless, here we are. So you make an appointment, says, I want to make a new appointment. Then you hit next. Then, do you have international travel plans? Yes, well, of course we do, because we wouldn't be getting a passport if we didn't. Pick a date. I'm just going to do it. Let's say Christmas, whatever. Do you need a visa? No. If you need a visa, this video is not going to help you. I don't know anything about that. How many members? Just click one. I'm not a robot. And you can hit next. Now you're gonna, I don't even know what that was. Oh, that's the Houston one. So you're gonna type in something. I'm gonna type in, let's see. Well, let's just do view a list. So, let's just pick one at, Arkansas. I wonder if they're doing a booming business. Find out if you're eligible. Yeah, we're eligible. We got that. So I don't know where I'm. Let's just click. Okay, that's really strange. I'm gonna type in. Let's see, New Orleans, and it's not giving me. It says passport agency appointment system. I thought I was already in that. Let's do this all over again. Say Christmas. One, I'm not a robot. I think, okay, so clearly clicking on that list is not gonna work and it doesn't help you. So just go and type in whatever. It's wanting to do my no appointments available. Houston's booked up. I'm gonna type in, let's see, New Orleans. New Orleans. Okay. And here we go. Select it. So you're gonna see all of these like options here. I don't know. All I can see is 12 o'clock is the latest one. But they have tons. Now, for whatever reason, New Orleans, Houston's all booked up, but New Orleans is very available, a lot of availability. I don't know what their latest times are. That's strange. Won't let me go past that week. That's next week. Anyway. Okay. We will do. So anyway, you would just obviously pick a time that's, meet your needs. You put in your email, phone number, create a PIN. You're gonna hit next, and it's just gonna send you an email. You have 14 minutes to complete the transaction. It'll send you an email with a confirmation code, is the next screen. I'm not gonna go through it because I already made the appointment. And then You type in that email and you'll get an appointment, and you can cancel it as well. It's very easy to do that. So back to the issue that we're having. Let's see, after I apply, and then we've got respond to a letter, birth certificate. They're going to show you different options that you have. If you click on citizenship evidence, here's different things that you can use, and I'm not going to read them all. The birth affidavit form is something you should definitely use if you have someone that is a relative to you that is older that can sign it and notarize it, or you bring them with you to a passport agent, either at the State Department, or you can should be able to go to the post office, where any post office that accepts passports should also be able to witness that as you sign it, and that should be acceptable as well. And then, but if they send you stuff in the letter that they send to you, certainly look through that and see what they want. A lot of it's going to be like a census record, but that if you're in a hurry, you're not going to have time to do that. I have no idea how long the turnaround time is on that, but I can't imagine that it's fast with the Census Bureau. And then what I will say is I'm going to put in a few screenshots in a second of passport companies that will, when you're first applying, they will help you out. And they will kind of expedite it for you, but they are expensive. So, you know, the standard application rate is $110, and then it's $60 on top of that to expedite if you need to do that. Now, this appointment system is for typically people that are starting from scratch. In our case, my sister already applied, but her documents are at that building. So we're assuming, you know, it's a government agency, but still, we're assuming they will be able to find all her materials and her documents that she's already submitted, and then combine that with what she's bringing to her appointment, and then hopefully get her passport in time for us to go on our trip. But I'm going to, if you really just don't want to deal with the hassle, you can go to an agency. They will check all your documents for you beforehand and tell you whether or not you have everything. So that I will put some screenshots of a couple of places that I found. Anyway, hopefully my sister will be joining us. If not, I have another sister and I are going to be going, and we'll be live streaming from Paris, probably from the airport as well. Anyway, if you found this video helpful, please give it a like, and certainly leave me any comments, because I found out some interesting things about the passport application process through all of this. Anyway, y'all have a good day. Thanks for watching.